All right, all right, all right. So let's just make sure that we are connected over here and think that we're good to go. Can't find support. I'm getting a bunch of error messages over here. That's okay. We'll see if this. Okay, let's just double check here. Audio is not working. Okay, it looks like a little bit of a tech issue. Let me just double check something here. Audio is not working. Okay, one sec. Why is audio not working? If you could see and hear me. Hey Greg, so let's see. We're having a little bit of a tech issue over here. Might as well leave this on and get it working, but something killed my audio. What killed my audio? Close element, open element again. Let's try this again. Check, 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 check. Let's get that. Yeah, I think that's working. I don't know why that stopped working, but it stopped working. All right, so people looking at me sort out computer problems rather than help out with guitar playing. So just bear with me 1 second. Can you see and hear me okay? You should be able to just to see and hear that. And let's see if this works. That doesn't work for some reason. Oh, computer problems. Let's see here, and let's see here. Does this work? Okay, that works. All right, so if you can see and hear me clearly, please let me know. After I wasted 2 minutes of everybody's time over here, let's make sure that this is working. What was the last thing that I needed to do? I cannot remember. All right. Well, anyway, tech problems happen, so my audio was killed, and now we're back. We're good to go. So let me know if you can see and hear me in the chat. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Greg. Cool. So let's get started. Hey, Rockstar, Steve aka Void here. Today we are going to be talking about improving your timing. 3 ways to boost your musical timing. And I call this the disappearing click, and you'll see why in just a second. Now, before we get to that, I just want to let you know that I'm opening up some spots in my Play From Day One program. So click, well, can't click unless someone types Play From Day One in the playfromday1.com inside the comments, or you just type this into your browser, playfromday1.com, and you can check that out. This is my mentorship program where I work with you to help you play more songs without hours and weeks of practice, so playing with much less time. And speaking of timing, so there's a different kind of timing, musical timing. Basically what we're going to do is focus on how to improve musical timing. Why? Because playing in musical time and improving your musical timing is what's going to separate the amateurs from the pros. When you hear a good musician and you're like, wow, especially let's say a guitarist, that guy or that girl was amazing on guitar. So like that's a great guitar player. Oh my God, that guitar player blew me away. That's usually one of the elements of that, and whether you know it or not, one of the elements that lead to that reaction is timing. That their timing was just awesome, and they're tight with the band. The whole band is tight. These are the things that really make an impact on us. So even if they're hitting some of the wrong notes, then it's totally fine, as long as, and it might even go undetected because of the timing. So good timing is one of the most important things that you can develop on guitar. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for that, buddy. So basically what you want to do, how do you improve this? Typically people want to like grab a metronome and they want to play with the metronome, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just not the most exciting thing if you're playing along with a metronome, okay? I do have some things that you can do with a metronome to make it more interesting, but we want to play with songs as much as possible. Okay, so what I did was I got a backing track of Come Together by the Beatles. And you should be able to hear that right now. So So we've got the chorus of the song loaded up here in Riff Station, and I've got the click attached to this. I really like Riff Station because it allows for the click to be matched up. So you basically have the click, but you also have the song with it. Okay, so how we play this, how we practice, how we develop our musical timing, first and foremost, it doesn't even involve the guitar. So the first thing that I want you to do, it's 3 steps. Basically, first you count along with the record. So what you would do is make sure that you can count with the click. So that would go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're bang on, if you are nailing that timing, then what you'll find is already that the click starts to disappear. Now you can see why I'm calling it the disappearing click, because when you're perfectly in time to your ears, you won't hear the click. So if I did it incorrectly, if I went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, if my timing was off, then I can hear the click. As I'm doing the task, as I'm performing, as I'm practicing, as I'm playing, if I can hear the click, then that means that my timing is off. If I can't hear the click because my voice is saying 1, 2, 3, 4, then I know that I'm in perfect musical time. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So when I'm in time, I don't hear the click. All right, and when I'm off the click, then I can hear the click, and that means that it's an indication that I'm not in perfect musical time. And so basically what we want to do is we want to count along first, because if we can't count along with the record without any other things involved, any other variables or anything like that, then that's a bit of a problem, because if we can't do that, then how can we expect to play the guitar in time if our brain doesn't even understand the counting? Does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. First and foremost, counting along with the record as the first step, okay? Because I'm explaining it now, but that'll take like 20 seconds, 30 seconds to practice that. Does that make sense? To practice the counting along with the record. You could do this in the car on the way to work. Well, maybe not on the way to work with a metronome, like on Riff Station. Maybe if you had the laptop inside the passenger seat, but you can count along with the record and make sure that your timing is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, listening to the radio, practicing that on the way to work. It's a great way to practice, because if your brain understands, then now all you have to do is translate that to your hand. Okay, so 1. So here it goes. 1. No, let me get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first step. Now, what do you do with that? Now, here's where it starts to get interesting. You match it with the guitar, and instead of getting any coordination down on the song, what you can do is just muffle the strings, and you match the metronome. Okay, so here you listen to it once. Never underestimate listening, okay? Listen first and just kind of take in the pulse without thinking, and then match it. So basically you're listening, okay, and you do 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, I'm looking at the screen just to make sure it's working properly, but when you're doing this, I want you to look down at your guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so anyway, that's how you start to translate that to your hands. So you went from your brain and your voice, okay? This is this is the control center. And then you're bringing that down to your hands. So now it's in your hands. Okay, and now what you can do is, because you're counting and then you're trying to make the click disappear with the muffle like this, then what you can do, we were counting and playing, and now we're just going to play. So we counted along, we counted and played along, and now we're just going to play along with no count. Okay, so you don't even want to think about the count as the third step. You don't want to think about it, you just want to play. So watch. listening first. And anytime that you could hear the click, that means that you're off. Anytime that you can't hear the click, when it disappears, that means you're bang on. And so I did pretty good there. But the point is when you then take this to, because in this part, bum, 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 it's faster than the click. It's actually eighth notes rather than quarters. So what you can then do is repeat the process. Then what you can do is go like this. So you listen and you try to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and watch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what you're doing is you're matching all the numbers with the click. That's one of your the things that you're looking out for, is that every number matches with the click, but then you're also in between saying and. So that's what I did there. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and then you repeat with the muffle. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what you're aiming for is to make that click disappear. Start with counting along. Okay, I don't know why I pointed to my jawbone, but so we count along with the record. We count and play along with the record, and now we just play along with the record. So we go like this. And I recommend that you look down at your strumming hand while you do this, so that you can watch that it's striking in time, okay? And then once you have that, then you just insert the chords. So you would go like this. This is where you'd look at your fretting hand. Like that, because now when I play this, I can repeat the process, refresh my memory, and count along. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I can also count along and play along, which I recommend that you do. So I'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, like that, and then play. Like that. So we count along with the record, then we count and play along with the record, and then we play along with the record with no count. So those 3 steps are going to improve your musical timing. The first one, I don't even know anybody, I haven't even met anyone who does that first without me suggesting that. And that step is so important, because if you can't count along with the record, and I've mentioned this before, if you can't count along with the record, then how are you supposed to play along with the record if your voice, the thing that we've been using for years, way more than guitar, can't even count along with the record? That means your mind doesn't understand it. So first we understand the click and the count and the pulse, then we match it up with playing with our muscles, our hands, our fingers. We connect that. We inform our hands and our muscles to play in musical time, and then we let it go. Like a kid on a two-wheeler. We just let it go without the count, guiding it, and then that's where we start playing effortlessly. The whole time playing along with the record with a song that you love. I love Come Together. So play with a song you love. And then I highly recommend using something like Riff Station to have the click going along with it. And then that's a way better way than with a metronome, trying to get that to happen. Now you could do this with a metronome. It's just way more fun doing it with the song, because why not? You're playing with the song, you're playing the song that you want to play, and you're playing a song that you love. So does that make sense? Let me know in the chat, in the comments, that if it makes sense, if you have any questions about this, and if you enjoyed this video and you're serious about taking this further for songs that you want to play, and you need my help, you want my help, you want me to show you exactly how to do this, then definitely check out playfromdayone.com. I'll show you how to do all of this. It's all about playing along with records, and so that you can do this and improve your guitar playing by playing songs you love and playing along with your favorite records. So add your name to the waiting list. It's an invite-only program. All I ask is you answer a few questions to tell me about your guitar playing. That way I can reach out to you to see if or how I can help you, and we can discuss your options. That is basically the Play From Day One program. I'm going to show you how to do everything that you need. You have my personal help for songs you love, and that's pretty much it. And that's this video. Actually, besides the tech problems at the beginning, whether you were here or not, there were some tech issues at the beginning, about 2 minutes of tech issues. This is actually, I think, one of the most important videos that I ever shot, and I'll just go out and say that because the timing timing is what's going to separate you from amateur to pro. It's basically like it's going to make you sound way more pro if you just get your timing right. I always say that I would rather have the wrong notes in perfect time rather than the right notes sloppy. Okay, so because if you have those the wrong notes in perfect time, you're going to sound still tight with the band. If you have the right notes and you're playing sloppily, is that the right word? If you're playing out of time, then you're just going to sound amateur, and it's just not going to groove properly. People aren't going to bob their head when they hear. It's just not going to be as impressive. So when you get the timing down, you're going to know you're locked in, and it's going to feel great. That's where you have fun. That's where you have that freedom. Okay? So this video, watch it again. Watch that process. Remember, count along, then count and play along, and then play along. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you want my help, then check out playfromday1.com, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.